So the Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind DLC is right around the corner, hopefully, because we just started fall and this is supposed to drop in winter. Whether it be winter of this year or winter spilling out into the beginning of next year, it should be coming soon. One thing that a lot of people, myself included, are really excited about, aside from playing as Roxas, are the organization battles, the data battles, something akin to the data battles from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. But I want to call them the Organization Kingdom Hearts 3 Reminder Battles. Get it? Because it's Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. It's almost as if they're trying to remind us of something. Hey guys, HMK here once again, and we're going to be diving deep into the notion of organization battles, the reminder battles, and what they can offer us in terms of reward, most importantly, the memories of the organization members. And I've got proof that rewards tied to defeating each of these reminder battles will in turn remind us of certain memories each organization member will have. Well, when the Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind DLC trailer dropped ahead of TGS this year, a press release statement was released by Square Enix that told us and broke down what we can find in this DLC. However, one particular thing that was left out of that press release that they decided to tease through their Twitter account was the fact that we're going to be learning more about the Organization 13 in this Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind DLC. And that's interesting. I really do love learning more lore about these relatively unknown-ish characters. I mean, of course, we're probably not going to see the likes of Terra Xehanort, Xemnas, and some old man Xehanort anymore. We might see young Xehanort in the future through the advent of storytelling with young Ericus, but all of the other members of the organization, the new organization, might find a place in the future of Kingdom Hearts. And it could be possible, thanks to this DLC, it will establish that through the memories gained through these Kingdom Hearts 3 13 reminder battles. To get you guys a bit up to speed, a portion of the Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind DLC will feature super boss battles akin to what we saw in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix in terms of number. For a while now, many of us assumed it was going to be likened to the data battles we saw in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and as we got the Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind DLC TGS trailer with the fact that we're going to be fighting Xigbar and Vanitas, it pretty much confirms that we're going to be getting one-on-one organization rematches in Kingdom Hearts 3. Remember how gnarly those data battles were in Kingdom Hearts 2 on critical mode, where we had to equip specific gear to survive, like against Larxene? I really hope that this time around in Kingdom Hearts 3 for the ReMind DLC, that it's gonna get as gnarly as that, where we're gonna have to figure out the best equipment setup, the best keyblade, a good recipe, and a different way to attack when it comes to each of these data battles, or I should say reminder battles. But that's kind of the point of each of those reminder battles, and that's why I keep calling them reminder battles, because they're going to remind us of certain aspects of each of those organization members that will lead to a huge cutscene that is directly tied to each member when you have to rematch them. And of course, when it comes to these ranks, that means we're going to have to fight and rematch Xion, Dark Riku, Larxene, Marluxia, Luxord, Saïx, Xigbar, Vanitas, Xemnas, Ansem, Terra Xehanort, Young Xehanort, and Master Xehanort all in one-on-one rematches, and that has me super excited. Now, considering all of these people that we're going to have to fight, each of them could be tied to a cutscene, and we've already seen some aspect of that in the trailers. Defeating Luxord or Xigbar could lead into the cutscene that we saw in the first trailer, where Luxord and Xigbar are trying to figure out each other's true identity. However, Nomura did state that this will be the beginning of the new scenario placed into Kingdom Hearts 3 through the ReMind DLC. So it could be possible that an extension or the finisher of this cutscene could be attained by defeating the Gambler of Fate or the Free Shooter. What's really exciting is that each of these cutscenes could be tied to a very specific property when it comes to the secret reports that we gained from getting the battle gates after completing Kingdom Hearts 3. Perhaps defeating Ansem or Saïx, we could learn more and actually discover who Subject X could be. I know a lot of our money is still on Skuld. After defeating Marluxia and Larxene, we could truly discover the ties and how they got to the time of Kingdom Hearts 3 from the advent of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. And one thing that I know a ton of people are excited for and that they want to see, that's even teased by Tatsuro Nomura, is if we defeat Xion, we may see exactly how she returned to the world of the living and became part of the True Organization XIII. Something that was hinted and tantalized throughout the entirety of Kingdom Hearts III. We may finally see the truth behind all that, and perhaps learn some horrifying truths behind Vexen's true replica program. And of course, defeating young Xehanort will show off that cutscene between young Xehanort and the Master of Masters, going into detail on how the Master of Masters may have persuaded or influenced Xehanort to what he believes in as an adult. But personally, I want to know why the Master of Masters was doing there in the first place, because, I got that theory going on. The Price of the Power of Waking, which is part 1, and Luxord and how he relates to the Master of Masters, which is part 2, and remember guys, part 3 is in production, so check those out. I find this to be an awesome way to unlock some awesome enlightening cutscenes through some grueling battles. However, the one bad thing that I'm thinking of when it comes to all of this is potentially if we were to defeat Terra Xehanort, then it might be revealed that the cutscene between Terra Xehanort and the Lingering Will in the TGS trailer may not be a playable segment, but only a memory that is shown through defeating Terra Xehanort. That's the only bad thing I see when it comes to this process. And of course, if we're talking about rematches against the organization, more than likely this will have to be tied to a game file that you already cleared in Kingdom Hearts III. From Nomura's own words and the press release, it's a bit shaky on how much of the DLC is going to be tied to an actual game file and how much is going to be tied to an independent menu. However, it could be inferred that when you play as additional characters in Kingdom Hearts ReMind such as Riku, Aqua, and Roxas, it is that which is the additional scenario which can be played independently aside from the main story as long as you clear it first. However, dialing back to the organization rematches that seem more akin to the data battles where you play as Sora, one can only deduce that you're going to have to go back into your main file after defeating the game, of course, where you will have to locate these battles and play them out using your main game's inventory, abilities, stats, etc, etc. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, that I believe that Scala ad Caelum may be expanded in the ReMind DLC to something akin to the Cavern of Remembrance in Kingdom Hearts 2, and the fact that the patterns on the floor when you fight Vanitas and Xigbar match up with the patterns found in Scala ad Caelum supports the notion pointed towards that you're gonna have to go through Scala ad Caelum and find specific areas or find one specific area to fight all of the Organization 13 members. Because it makes sense, that's where you had to fight the replicas and Master Xehanort. But how would this be done? Simple. Just like in Kingdom Hearts 2 for Final Mix, where a certain area was opened up within Radiant Gardens for you to access a whole new world for the Cavern of Remembrance leading all the way towards the Garden of Assemblage. In the Keyblade Graveyard in Kingdom Hearts 3, a separate portal could be added aside from the true Scala ad Caelum that would activate the replica battles and activate the Master Xehanort final battle, could lead us to another version of Scala ad Caelum, which doesn't activate those battles, that allows us to truly navigate and find more interesting aspects of the town, possibly fighting our way through heartless, unversed, and nobodies, reaching towards an area akin to the Garden of Assemblage where we can activate these 13 reminder battles. And that way we can listen to the beautiful rendition of Scala ad Caelum that was produced by Yoko Shimomura in a more frequent capacity. Honestly, that's my favorite track in Kingdom Hearts 3. Given that if you go out of bounds in Scala ad Caelum, that most of the place is actually navigatable and has hit detection and collision, it tells me that a good portion of this place is developed in mind to be explored. And like I said before, the whole point of these reminder battles in Kingdom Hearts ReMind is to remind us about the organization members, why they're so important, and to let us know what kind of backstory could have been tied to each specific member leading towards the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 and solidify what place they could have in the future. And of course, aside from the cutscene, other cool awards can be given to us for defeating each member that will give us a good boost in power, ability, and longevity if they decide to give us a super boss that is akin to the Lingering Will in Kingdom Hearts 2. Now we're probably going to need all the help we can get in Kingdom Hearts 3. But given all of that, I want to know what you guys think when it comes to the supposed advent of these 13 battles being reminder battles to give us more insight to the organization members. Do you think it's a good idea? Which organization member battle and lore are you looking forward to learning the most? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like the video as well as subscribe to HMK for more Kingdom Hearts content. Big thanks to all my Patreon pledges for help making this video happen. If you want to find out how you can support HMK for at least $1 a month, check out my Patreon. So guys, until the next video, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.